The question that I had is, are L&D organizations actually prepared for this challenge? And how should these L&D organizations actually respond to this kind of scenario?
Well, I think some of the opportunity is for us to accept that the learner that you described, and that is a lot of our learners, there are some others, but those are a lot of our learners, not only what they want, but what they don't want. Okay, I'll give you an example. I don't call them learners, ironically. They are employees, they are colleagues, because the interesting thing is they don't necessarily want to be students that day. What they want to do is they want to come to work and they want to learn how to do something better, a skill to get better, or maybe even a skill to get to their next job. They want their problems to go away. They want their issues to be resolved with the technology. And so we need to look at them not as students who are very good at accepting our curriculum, but rather employees, and our goal is to help them perform and to do it in a way that they respond to, they engage with. The two big mistakes we make, we teach people things they know already, in which case they get bored, or we teach them the right things at the wrong time, in which it's important but it doesn't stick. So we need to stop thinking about our metrics as did we deliver enough today, and rather our metric being, are they performing today? I told a friend of mine who is a senior manager in a very large company, every now and then when you hire somebody, right next to their hiring piece, put a note, don't send to leadership training, because they are an incredible leader already and that's why you hired them. Don't mess with that. Now, the problem is they don't have a way to not send them to leadership training. But we have to figure out not only what we can do, but what we can not do. And some of that means we have to get better data. We need to understand at a data level what works. And we need to give the learner and give her the ability to make some more choices. One of them may want to be, she may want to watch it first rather than read it. She may want to think about it for 2 days and then do the assessment. She may want to put it over to the side to have it ready in case she needs it. The more active the learner is in that process, the more the modern learner wants to not be a student. They want to be successful in their days at work.
Oh, man, that's going to be a fun one to carry on. Can't wait to tag on with that one, Elliott. Thanks. So I want to look at the modern learner in terms of any learner. Learning is lifelong. You've got the formal training, the training and reinforcement, and then you have that continual training. So the knowledge worker today, or a modern learner, being self-aware, all those things that you described, I think we need to think about what we do more disciplined in terms of the cognitive psychology that goes into designing enablement, because there are pieces and pockets of information, even in my own organization. I go to one system for my knowledge repository. I go to another system for my CRM. I go to another system for my LMS. I go to another system for my certifications. So people get sick and tired of having to chase information. They just want it at their fingertips. But what type of information are they wanting? I think we need to get back to the verb. So those of us who are instructional designers, we are accustomed to writing objectives and goals. So get back to, what is somebody going to have to do? One thing about the modern learner, I've got one kid just graduated college, one's in college. They don't sit in classrooms as much anymore. They're in Zoom, of course, but most of their learning is done with search, using search. So they'll go to Khan Academy, they'll go to Google. I've started doing the same myself. Why? Because I get bullet point answers that give me, to Elliott's point, not what I already know. Maybe I need some of that for context to set the stage, but they give me what I need to do, which is really all I care about as a professional, not a learner. I want to know how to do something. I'll give you an example. If you're If you're hiring an instructional designer, for instance, we've been hiring quite a few lately. What am I going to look for? Am I going to give them a sample of something and ask them to critique it and tell me if it was good or not? Or am I going to ask them to design a module for me to review? The only way you're going to teach an instructional designer to be a good instructional designer, or a writer to be a good writer, or a physician to be a good physician, is have them do what they're going to be doing in the job. So what do they need to know? How to do what they're going to be doing in the job. So providers need to provide the infrastructure and the linkage and the join points that facilitate professionals who are responsible for designing enablement content in whatever domain, and make it easy to consume with as few friction points as possible. Learning should be seamless. I always imagine the movie Minority Report. It should be everywhere. I should just be able to get what I need when I need it without having to check out of my working environment and go check into a learning management system or a knowledge management system or something else. You know, eventually we're probably going to get to the point of the learning experience platform. That's a very promising thing. Let's see, I think we've been talking about that for almost 25 years now. Maybe we'll actually get there.